I was working down by the Lunatic Asylum. I was picking up some stones. Out came a lunatic and said to me, "Good morning, Mr. Jones. How much a week do you get for doing that?" 15 bob, I sighed. He looked at me with sympathy and gently replied, "Come inside, you silly bugger, come inside. I thought you had a bit more sense. Working for your money, take my tip, act a little funny and become a lunatic. Oh, you get your meals quite regular, 2 new suits besides. What, 15 bob a week, your wife and kids to keep? Come inside, you silly bugger, come inside." Now, in the internet, a wonderful thing. In the internet, it's a great thing because you can come across stuff that you wouldn't discover any other way. And I came across that first verse, that fragment of that song, and it turns out it dates back at least to the First World War, possibly earlier. But I was convinced there must be other verses. So I did quite a bit of research on it. Well, I Googled for 10 minutes or so, and then decided there might have been other verses, but they were lost. So I wrote some more. So the first bit wasn't mine, but the rest of it is stuff that I wrote. I was working down by the prison. I was sweeping up the street. Out came a prisoner and said to me, "Man, you look dead on your feet. How many hours do they have you doing that?" 9 to 5, I cried. He laughed and called me daft, and gently he replied, "Come inside, you silly bugger, come inside. I thought you had a bit more sense. Work your hands all raw, no, do a little crime, surrender to the law and do a bit of time. You'll get your meals quite regular, sex and drugs besides. What, working like a wretch? No, come and do a stitch. Come inside, you silly bugger, come inside." I died, and on my way to heaven, I was round by the gates of hell. Out came Beelzebub and said to me, "My boy, you don't look well. How long will you be sitting twanging harps in a cloud?" "For eternity," I said. He clapped his hands, did a little dance, and gently slapped my head. "Come inside, silly bugger, come inside. I thought you had a bit more sense. Singing in the choir, heavenly host, we've got a lovely fire and you'll get a bit of roast. We've got lots of horny little devils to keep you occupied. Go through the pearly gates, no, come and see your mates. Come inside, you silly bugger, come inside. There's no moral to the story, no message to my tale. Some days you are Jonah, some days you are the whale. But if you see some poor bugger toiling, working like he has no choice, open your door, shout and roar at the top of your bloody voice. Come inside, you silly bugger, come inside. I thought you had a bit more sense. Working for your money, take my tip, act a little funny and become a lunatic. Oh, you get your meals quite regular, 2 new suits beside. What, 15 bob a week, your wife and kids to keep? Come inside, you silly bugger, come inside.